The beautiful city of Dresden on the banks of the Elbe, and on those banks you will often see a Clareman and his hurl. Diarmuid Kelly brings it with him just about everywhere. It reminds him of home, and it's a statement of his passion for spreading the game in Germany.
Absolutely. It's when I left home 5 years ago, I was here for 1 year, and it was a little disappointing that I couldn't play hurling. So just carrying the hurley around, and I decided to see if anybody else was interested in pucking the ball around with. So that's the reason I started the club.
In those 5 years, hurling has caught fire in Germany. From nothing to this, the European Hurling and Camogie finals, with 13 teams, 200 players, and a superb day of competition, attended by the GAA President, the Camogie President and Director General, and the Irish Ambassador to Germany. Dresden hurling has come a long way in a short time.
Did you find yourself throughout the day pinching yourself?
A little bit. I took 5 minutes just to, by myself, just to look over across the pitches and think what it means, and it was incredible feeling.
One of the key reasons for the upsurge in Germany has been getting the game into universities. Jakob Feldmann brought the game back from an exchange year in Carlo when he was 16, and he's found university students willing to give it a go.
Yeah, it's an age where you're interested in new stuff, and also many students are interested in exotic sports. I mean, hurling here is a really exotic sport, and we have most players are fed up with soccer, fed up with basketball, whatever, and they want to try something new. And some stick with lacrosse, some stick with, we have Quidditch in university, and some come to our training session and they stay with it and they really like it. And sometimes they're really sportive from other backgrounds, like Olympic handball and soccer and whatever. And it works really well for us. Let's say for a German standard, we are good enough. We cannot yet really be as good as the Irish, but we're giving our best. What we actually need, I think, is a second league or second championship for non-Irish born players at some point, if it's developing that well, or maybe a university league or something like that with some Irish players which are like Erasmus students or something like that. But that is something I would really like to see happening in the future. For now, it's just Stuttgart and us, but who knows? I know there's something going on somewhere, I heard it, and I will follow that for sure, and we'll see if that develops.
As well as the students, there's non-Irish hurlers in Dresden who are passionate about the game, both on and off the pitch, like the twins from Dresden via Vancouver.
We're trying to promote it. I mean, it's a really great sport. We got to compete a lot with soccer, and that's a difficulty. And of course, the roughness might put off a few people, but we are really trying to promote it so that it's going to become a real league in Germany.
And what will this event do for Dresden hurling?
I think it helps promote and get people out, raise awareness. What we want is that the Irish believe that it's very hard to compete against them, that no Irish team can beat them. Of course, maybe not in the short term, but my goal, or our goal, is to get students, get young people, so that we can at least have the same level with them. We don't want to be known as
just the German team, or as a German team. We got to get that level that we're at least competitive with the Irish. We look at us last year, we were absolutely god-awful. Now we're just terrible. And next year we'll be all right, and then in 2 years we'll be okay.
The biggest development area has been in Germany, and to see the clubs of Berlin, Hamburg, Munich have started playing hurling again after 10 years away from it. And yeah, it's just been a German development, and the Germans just seem to love hurling and camogie. They prefer it to football. This is probably the biggest hurling event we've had, hurling tournaments. The hurling finals, we changed structure a bit this year to put focus on hurling, stretch it out into after the summer, and it's paid dividends. We have 13 hurling teams and 6 camogie teams here, and we've never had that before. We can continue to grow. There's no reason why we can't. You know, we've grown about 15% year on year for the last 10 years, and we'll continue doing that. we just need the proper supporting infrastructure behind us. And lucky enough, Leinster Council have been excellent for us, giving us massive support, getting a strategic plan in place, and that's going to be our guidance for the next 5 years.
Camogie also enjoyed a successful day, with champions Belgium impressed by the local setup.
It's wonderful, yeah. I joined Belgium last year and we were in Copenhagen for Camogie as well, but it's incredible. We had no idea how big the German clubs were and how many there are. So the German Camogie team is an amalgamation of Berlin, Hamburg and Munich, as far as I know. Berlin being the biggest club, but I mean there's so many hurling clubs as well from Belgium. I mean you can see, or from Germany, you can see how much work that they've really put in the last couple of years, and it's great to see, especially the amount of Germans. And well, I mean it's the same with the other teams. I mean we've got Belgians and French on our team as well, so it's really great for numbers, and it's nice to see.
And a great day for Belgium. You won the Camogie and the hurling.
Yeah, and yeah, it was great. The boys had a good day. We didn't see much of it, unfortunately, because the way the games run concurrently, we didn't see much. But they seem to have an exciting final, and they're delighted as well. I mean, they won the European Championships as well today, as well as the Dresden Championship. So they're as happy as we are this evening.
Well, it's lovely to be on the banks of the River Elbe. I remember learning about the River Elbe in Roman history many, many years ago. I never thought that we'd be here in Dresden, right up against Poland, and looking at teams coming from all across Europe playing hurling. So it's just wonderful. In fact, it's been nice to see Dresden A and Dresden B playing each other, and most of the players are from Dresden, most of the players are from Germany. My impressions are what I see with the GAA around the world. People love the games, they love the friendship and the whole social aspect of it playing together. Their facilities here are wonderful. I'm really impressed by the pitches and the quality of the pitches, and the way that the GAA club here in Dresden have worked so closely with the local council to make sure that they do get these facilities. That's impressive. The quality of hurling is wonderful. So I just think it's very nice to be in Germany, and what in the old days was East Germany, but very much part of Germany now, and as I said, up against the Polish and the Czech border indeed, and to have hurling very much. And when you look around you, we're in the minority, those of us who are from Ireland who are watching. Most of these spectators who have been coming and going all day are Dresden folk, and they're taken by it all. So this is a very satisfying day.
We have a wonderful community here in Germany. It's not a huge community, but it's a wonderful community, and part of the way in which that community stays together is through Gaelic games. It's through the GAA, and so we find every opportunity we can to support that as an embassy in Berlin. We know that there are these clubs. I think there are now 9 clubs in 9 different cities around Germany, and any opportunity we can get to support these clubs, to support these communities playing in these clubs, we like to do so. As I say, the Irish community in Germany is a very successful community, but it's all the more exciting to find that we're actually exporting that the excitement of Gaelic games to our German hosts.
And finally, keeping the best to last, but sort of going back to the start, a Clare man standing here by the banks of the Elbe in Germany, in Dresden, in the old East Germany. You've come a long way from Clare to here, if I can put it that way, but it's a special weekend for you.
Absolutely. When I left home in Ogonnelloe in East Clare in 1999, it was kind of heartbroken that I'd be leaving my sport behind. I didn't think we'd have the chance. I thought I was giving up my hurling career, and little did I know, 16 years later I'd be hosting the president here in Dresden. It's a great honour.